Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So, LEGO have done it again. A new month coming around the corner and a host of new LEGO sets to go with that new month. In June there are over 100 new sets coming, all of which are coming on June 1st unless otherwise stated. So, this is going to be a long video. Grab yourself a snack, put your feet up and let's get into it. So, the first theme for June is Minecraft. First set here is the Enderman Tower. This is $89.99. It's 867 pieces. Does look like a tower of black bricks, but if you're into Minecraft, then you might enjoy this one. Next up, we have the Pickaxe Mine. This is $49.99 and is 530 pieces. This is very similar to one they've done before. I think it was the Diamond Pickaxe Mine before, but obviously this is more of a purple vibe. This one is the Warden Encounter. This is $17.99 and is 238 pieces, so one of the smaller sets for the Minecraft coming in June. We have the TNT Jungle House, which is $24.99. This is 287 pieces. You do get a few minifigs in here. You get the zombie and the Steve minifig and a few accessories and boat, etc. But again, another quite small set. We then have one that may appeal to more Minecraft fans than some other people, is the Pillager Outpost and Ravager set. This is $74.99 and is 665 pieces. Again, you get a few minifigs here. You get the iconic Pillager Outpost if you're familiar with the games. So yes, this is one that's a bit more akin to if you're building a Minecraft style world. And finally for Minecraft we have the Creeper. This is a buildable character if you like. This is $34.99 and this is 665 pieces. This is maybe one for those who who enjoy the buildable style characters, and maybe even someone who knows Minecraft but not that into it, but still recognisable as Minecraft. Anybody who hasn't played Minecraft will recognise this as the a Minecraft thing. We've got one set coming out for Marvel. This is the Iron Man Mark IV bust. This is $54.99 and it's 436 pieces. I personally think this is quite expensive for what it is. Most Marvel sets are expensive for what they are. This is quite small. If you look at these lifestyle images here, you can see actually how small it is. I personally think this is very expensive for what it is, but if you're a fan of Marvel and you're a completionist, then maybe it's one for you. Moving on then to the Disney range, we've got Minnie's Pet Hotel. This is $34.99 and is 161 pieces, so quite expensive for the amount of pieces you get. You do get a couple of minifigs here as well, but obviously because it's got the Disney branding on there, it is quite expensive. We then get into a set which is one that I personally will want to pick up at some point. This is the LEGO Ideas Disney Pixar Luxo Junior set. So this is the iconic lamp and ball from the beginning of all Pixar films. This is $59.99 and it's got 613 pieces, so a much better price per piece ratio. It's got some unique elements in the set, like these moulded lampshade pieces, and it does have a few little Easter eggs inside as well for those who know the Pixar films. We then have the Toy Story Celebration train and RC car. So this is $34.99 and is 206 pieces. This is a set that I'm sure my little girl would love. She's recently got into Toy Story, but yeah, so you do get 4 minifigs. You get your Woody, your Jessie, your Buzz and your Bo Peep, and also her sheep here as well. It is very much aimed at those younger audiences. Obviously this is a 4+ set. Still iconic, still quite cute, but it's quite a high price point for the privilege of it being Disney. The next set then is 101 Dalmatians Puppy. This is $129.99 and is 1,722 pieces, so very different set to the last one. This is a set that I will most likely be picking up at some point in the future. I've got the Stitch set behind me that's currently being built. I've got the Big Simba set that also needs to be built, so this will pair up really nicely with those buildable characters. Again, I think it's quite a good value per piece, and this sort of set does normally go on sale fairly recently after it goes out for shipment, so one to look out for there. Speaking of Stitch, we have the Angel set coming out in June as well. So this is $59.99 and this is 784 pieces. This is going to be another one that I'm going to pick up at some point. This is going to pair really, really nicely with the buildable Stitch that I'm building at the moment. I think it'd be nice to have both of those sat together on the shelves behind me. We then have Kakamora Barge. This is obviously a Moana set. It's $89.99 and you get 572 pieces for that. So it's quite high price. You do get the Maui Big Fig, but you do get a Moana mini doll rather than a minifig. So for those of you who don't like mini dolls, maybe not a set for you. More of a play set, again aimed at that younger audience point here. But you know, it's a Disney set. Then we have the Princess Castle and Royal Pets. This is $109.99. This is 787 pieces. So again, quite expensive, but it just have that Disney logo on there. And you do get some more mini dolls. You get Moana, Jasmine, Ariel, and Mulan, I think, here. So you do get some mini dolls, but again, they're mini dolls, not mini figs. So that might turn some people off this set. Smaller castle now, we have the mini Arendelle Castle in Elsa's Ice Palace. This is $44.99 and it's 306 pieces. Again, Disney sets with mini dolls. It'd be nice to get all these as mini figs. Collectors prefer mini figs, but we get what we get, I guess. But again, high price per piece ratio there. And finally, in the Disney sets, we get the Lucky and Penny 101 Dalmatians puppies. So this is $19.99 and it's 268 pieces. This is a very similar vein to when they released the Simba set. There's the small Simba set, which I've already got built on the shelf behind me, and they released the big Simba set. This, to me, is very similar in the fact that we've got the small Dalmatians and then we get the big Dalmatians as well. So, moving on then to the next theme with Harry Potter. Now, I have done a full video on this in more depth, so I'll link that in the description down below if you want to check that out. So I'll whiz through these quite quickly. So, first of all, we've got the Hogwarts Castle, the main tower. This is $229.99 and is 2,135 pieces. This links together with the rest of the big modular set that they're rigging out year by year. So that's that one. The next one is the Book Nook Hogwarts Express. This is $89.99 and is 832 pieces. We get quality Quidditch supplies and ice cream parlour for $89.99. This is 795 pieces and this goes towards that big modular Diagon Alley range that they're doing. We've got the Thestral family, so this is a buildable figure style set. It's $59.99 and it's 548 pieces. Hogwarts Castle the Herbology class, this is $44.99 and it's 390 pieces. This goes along with all the other castle classroom style sets that they're releasing to go with the main modular castle. Privet Drive Aunt Margie's Visit, this is $79.99 and this is 639 pieces. I quite like this one. It can be used on a shelf as a nice display piece, but also could be used as in a Lego City as well, because it has got an entirely closed back when it is folded closed. Chomping Monster Book of Monsters, $54.99 and it's 518 pieces. I quite like the look of this one. It's very authentic to the props they use in the movies. Again, I quite like this one. And finally, in Harry Potter, we have Fawkes, Dumbledore's Phoenix. This is a small set. It's $17.99. It's 299 pieces. It's quite a cute little build. I think it'd be quite nice to get a large Fawkes at some point, but yeah, this small one's quite nice too. So the next thing we have is Ninjago. So this is $179.99 for the Temple Bounty, and that is 2,387 pieces. So quite a good piece per price ratio here. Obviously you get the nice big ship and some looks like fabric sails here as well. So quite a nice looking Ninjago set. We then have Lloyd's Jet Mech. This is $89.99 and it's 1,112 pieces. Just your typical mech build that LEGO seem to be doing at the moment, but now in the Ninjago theme. Another mech here is Arin's Spinjitzu Battle Mech for $17.99 and it's 213 pieces. So yet again, another mech there for those mech lovers. We have the Ninja Combat Vehicle. This is $79.99 and it's 561 pieces. Just looks like a bit of a strange looking vehicle. Get a few minifigs in there, and he's $79.99. The Fire Knight mech, this is $109.99 for 996 pieces. Seems like quite an expensive mech to me, but I'm not a mech guy, so if you are into mechs, then it might be right up your street, but for me, I'll give this one a pass. The Guardian Dragon, this is $139.99, and this is 1,650 pieces. To me personally, this looks a much nicer set than the mechs do. Okay, it's a little more expensive, but I think it's got a better display quality than the others, but that's just my opinion on this one. Then we have Rogue versus Drix Race Car Duel for $17.99. There's 111 pieces. This is aimed at the younger audience. A couple of cars there for them to play with and a couple of minifigs. We then have Rogue's Mech Dragon Rider for $59.99, and that's 584 pieces. So again, another mech, but this is in the shape of a dragon. Ron 2, the Master Dragon, this is $39.99, this is 381 pieces, and it's just another dragon build. And finally, we have Kai's Motorcycle Speed Race, this is $8.99, so a very, very small set. Yeah, a couple of motorcycles and a couple of minifigs. So, moving on to the city sets then, we have the Central Train Station, this is $79.99, and it's 752 pieces. Like most city sets, this is open back, so some people would probably get multiple of these and make them into a more modular style build, but it is a new train station coming out in the city range. Speaking of trains, we've got the Explorer's Arctic Polar Express train for $179.99. This is 1,517 pieces, and you do get some track there and obviously the train. For some reason in the middle of summer, we are getting a lot of polar themed city sets, as you do. I would probably release those towards Christmas in the winter personally, but there's obviously a reason for that. But yeah, there's quite a few of these styles coming in June. So just this one, the Arctic Explorer Science Lab truck. This is $99.99 and it's 1,064 pieces. It's just a big science truck. For those of you who love trucks, you're going to love this one. Next we have the Heavy Duty Recovery Tow Truck with crane. So you get two vehicles in this. It's $74.99 and is 793 pieces. Quite a cool looking build. If you need more vehicles for your city, this is the one for you. The Yellow Bulldozer is next. This is $54.99 and is 682 pieces. It's quite a large bulldozer. Obviously you can see by the size of the minifigs how big this is. If you're into construction vehicles, again, one for you. The Police Boat Chase, this is $24.99, it's 264 pieces. You get a large boat, a little dinghy and a little shark here. I believe these do float. I think, yeah, there we go, boats float. So if you want bath time toy maybe, or if you just want a piece of Lego that floats, this is one for you. From the sea to the air, we have the Emergency Air Ambulance airplane. This is $44.99. And this obviously is an airplane. It's 403 pieces, so much smaller than some of the larger Icon airplanes that we've had in the past, but obviously this is a city set, so yeah, obviously the price and size is set accordingly. We then have the Custom Police Car Garage for $44.99 for 489 pieces. So you get a police car and what I assume is a garage for a police car. Not one for me personally, but I imagine there's a lot of kids that would probably enjoy this one. And finally in the city we have the police motorcycle chase, for 65 pieces. Again, just a small set, stocking filler type set. You get a motorbike, the thief on a skateboard and the ATM that the thief has robbed. Moving on to Fortnite next then, so we have 3 new Fortnite sets coming in June. We have this one which is Colombo, it's $89.99 for 1,084 pieces. I've never played Fortnite, I know nothing about Fortnite, but yeah, it's quite a nice looking buildable character, I guess. I don't know what relevance it has to the game, but I think this will be quite popular. All the Fortnite sets that came out before Christmas were already popular, so these 3 I imagine will be quite as popular. We have Peely and Sparkplug's Camp. This is $17.99 for 250 pieces. Get a few mini figs in here. Get kind of mini builds. I know this was a a llama that came out before Christmas in the previous wave of Fortnite sets. We're now getting a smaller version of this. I'm not sure what this is, but I'm sure it's very, very authentic to the game. And finally, we have the Der Burger restaurant. So this is the first of 2 burger restaurants we're getting in June. This one is the Fortnite branded one. This is $54.99 and this is 546 pieces. Moving on then to the Technic vehicles. We have the Volvo L120 electric wheel loader. This is $89.99 and you get 973 pieces for that. It's quite a good deal for Technic, because Technic are always quite expensive for the price per piece generally. If you're into your Technic builds, then this is a good one for you. We then have the Aston Martin Valkyrie for $54.99 for 707 pieces. Again, quite a good price per piece ratio. Obviously, it's quite a small build by comparison to some of the larger Technic vehicles, but again, if you're into Technic, this is one for you. And finally, we have the Chevrolet Corvette Stingray Blue. This is $54.99 for 732 pieces. Very similar to the last one. It's a car. I'm not really into cars, but again, Technic set if you enjoy Technic sets. So moving over onto the icons section then, we have another book nook similar to the Hogwarts one that we had earlier. This is the Sherlock Holmes book nook. It's $109.99 for 1,359 pieces. Obviously this is based around the Sherlock Holmes series, books and films. You can see here it opens up as so. So if you're into your book nooks or your Sherlock Holmes, this will be one for you. You do get a nice assortment of minifigs there as well. And the second burger shop we're getting this month is the Simpsons Krusty Burger. Obviously it's quite a large price point by comparison to the previous one, but it is a much larger set. It's $179.99 and it's 1,635 pieces. This is coming on the 4th of June for general release and is available between the 1st and 3rd for insiders only. All the other sets so far have been available on the 1st of June for everybody. This is the first set we've had in a few years now for Simpsons, I believe. Again, not a Simpsons guy, but I expect this one will fly off the shelves. All the Simpsons stuff seems to be really popular, and the second-hand market seems to be really, really popular for the Simpsons house and the Quickie Mart that came out in previous years. So I imagine this one will fly off the shelves as well. Moving on from icons then and into speed champions, we got one new speed champion coming in June. This is a very pink car. It's the Too Fast, Too Furious Honda S2000. It's $22.99 for 300 pieces. The Speed Champions price seems to be sitting around that $22.99 mark now. All of the F1 cars were as well. But yeah, the price of point of these seems to have gradually crept up. Moving on to the Jurassic World sets then, we have the brick-built Mosasaurus boat mission. It's $54.99 and it's 858 pieces. You get a nice brick-built dinosaur here, a boat, and it looks like that boat's crashed onto a rock by the look of it, and a couple of rocks here as well. We then get the T-Rex River Escape for $44.99, and you get a nice big moulded T-Rex here. It's 199 pieces, so quite expensive for price per piece, but you are paying for that moulded dinosaur, which just pushed that price up. Similarly, this one here is the Spinosaurus and the Quetzalcoatlus air mission, if that's how you say it. It's $139.99 and it's a 984 pieces. Again, you are getting 2 moulded dinosaurs here, which again pushes up that price. I think some of these are quite expensive for what they are, but if you want all the dinosaurs, then you've got to buy the sets, unfortunately. This is a much smaller set. This is the baby dinosaur Dolores Achelops. It's $19.99 for 339 pieces. This is much more my style of set, a brick-built dinosaur rather than the moulded ones. Nicer price per piece as well, and it's just going to be a nice little cute dinosaur to sit on your shelf. Moving back to the moulded dinosaurs, we have the Raptor and Titanosaurus tracking mission for $89.99. It's 582 pieces, and again you get a couple of moulded dinosaurs in here as well. Finally, for Jurassic World, we get the Raptor Off-Road Escape, so $29.99, 285 pieces. You get that moulded Velociraptor, a couple of minifigs, quite a nice looking Jeep, but it's quite expensive just for the Jeep. But if you are getting all of the Jurassic World sets, then again, this is one to add to your collection. So the next theme then is the Botanicals. We have the Japanese red maple bonsai tree. This is $54.99, it's 474 pieces. So very similar to the other bonsai tree that we had a few years ago. Possibly a little bit smaller and not quite as nice looking. Still quite a nice build, don't get me wrong, and maybe one that I would consider picking up, but I think I prefer the style of the other bonsai tree. And the other item in the Botanicals range is the Happy Plants. This is $17.99, 217 pieces, sorry, and is a small, very, very small build. They are quite cute to sit on a shelf, and it is a small price point as well. So, speaking of botanicals, this is technically art, but could be almost botanicals. This is the Fauna Collection Tiger. So, we have obviously a tiger with a variety of flowers around the outside. It's $54.99 and 744 pieces. Quite like this one. It is wall mountable as well, and it has actually got the stand as well. So, you can either have it stood up or you can have it wall mounted, as you can see here. Moving on then to a brand new theme for Lego. This is the Bluey theme. Bluey is obviously incredibly popular with the young ones. My little girl hasn't quite got into it yet, but I'm sure that will be coming down the line. So the next few sets are all the Bluey ones. We have Bluey's Family House. This is $59.99 and it's 382 pieces. Very expensive for how many pieces you get. You do get a few minifigs, and obviously you're probably paying for the new license for Bluey, you're paying for the new molds for the minifigs, and some of this looks like print pieces on the back possibly, but it is quite expensive for 382 pieces. We have Bluey's Beach and Family Car Trip for $24.99. This is 133 pieces, again really expensive for the amount of pieces you get. This is the problem when you start buying things from a new theme. They've got to recoup the cost back for that license. So unfortunately, a lot of the earlier sets in a theme tend to be more expensive per piece, and that's what we're seeing here with these Bluey sets. Sticking with Bluey, it's not a Lego set, it's a Duplo set, but as it was in the same theme, it's $24.99 for Ice Cream Trip with Bluey. And it's 22 pieces, so you get a massive 22 pieces for $24.99. That's more than £1 a piece. To me, that is incredibly expensive, and only pick this up if it's on very, very big sale. If not, I would give it a pass, no matter how much your little one wants it. It's just really, really expensive. Sticking with Duplo, we have Bluey's Family House with Memory Game. So this is $59.99 for 83 pieces. It looks like you just have some kind of gameplay elements with that, like memory to teach your kids about where things, to remember things and put things together. However, it is again really expensive. £60 for 83 pieces. Not quite as bad as the last one, but really, really expensive. And finally, back to Bluey Lego. We have the Playground Fun with Bluey and Chloe. I assume this is Bluey and this is Chloe. I'm not entirely sure, but it's $17.99 for 104 pieces. So yes, we are getting 4 new sets in Bluey, the new theme. All 4 of them are incredibly expensive. I personally wouldn't recommend picking them up. Okay, I'm not into Bluey. Obviously, I'm not the target audience for these sets. But as a parent myself, I would have to think twice about getting these for my child. I would much rather spend that sort of money on just generic bricks that they can build whatever they want. But again, each to their own. These are the new Bluey sets. Moving on to the sort of generic sets, I guess. They don't have a theme as such. We have the Baby Elephant in the Sky set. This is $24.99 for 402 pieces. This is a very cute looking set. A good gift to somebody who's just had a baby, or a good gift to have in a nursery. It looks like you can build it in a variety of different colours, so blue, pink, gold and green. So there's a nice bit of versatility there. We then have a new entry in the postcard lineup. So I've got the London postcard behind me from when we went last year. The Italy postcard now joins the lineup at $13.49 for 189 pieces. They're quite a cool little build. They are quite small. However, I do think they do generally capture the essence of the city they're based on. And I think some of the building techniques are actually quite cool. We have the birthday numbers. This is $17.99 for 281 pieces. So again, price is okay for the amount of pieces you get. However, I don't really see when you would use these numbers, and you only really use one at a time for your child's birthday. Maybe you could put it on top of a cake, for example, although how hygienic that would be, plastic on your cake, it's entirely up to you. But it's something different and something that some children might like. And finally, speaking of birthdays, we have the birthday party cake. I believe this replaces one of the cakes we've had in previous years. This is $12.99 for 219 pieces. So again, nice little decoration you can get out of birthdays. Again, nice little stocking filler for the price. Now, if we haven't had enough Star Wars for this year, obviously May being Star Wars month in terms of Lego releases, which have May the 4th and all that, there's 3 new Star Wars sets coming in June. We have Plo Koon's Jedi Starfighter Microfighter. This is $12.99 and it's 89 pieces. Quite expensive a price per piece, but it is a Star Wars set. Star Wars sets are generally quite expensive. You do get that minifig, and you do get what looks like the head of an astromech droid. I don't know whether you get the full astromech droid or whether it's just the headpiece that jumps onto this microfighter. But again, I think the microfighters are quite expensive for what they are personally. We have the Death Trooper and Night Trooper Battle Pack. This is $17.99 for 119 pieces. These will sell well. I personally don't understand the hype between the battle packs. A lot of people like to build them. They like to have an army of minifigs on a base plate or in a scene somewhere. And I've seen people online who've picked up 4 or 5 of these in one go. I personally don't see the hype, but this will be replacing the old battle pack that we've currently got. And this will definitely sell well. And finally, we have the Darth Maul mech. So this is $12.99. It's 143 pieces. It's a Darth Maul mech. Again, if you're into mechs and Star Wars, one for you. Not one that I'll be looking at, unfortunately. Moving on then to the Dreamzzz theme. This is the Nightmare Shark Submarine. It's $129.99 for 1,413 pieces. The Dream sets are always a bit strange to me. Again, you get a variety of minifigs. You get a massive built shark mech submarine thing. If you're into Dreamzzz, you'll be into this. Now you get Mateo's spray paint truck for $89.99. It's 929 pieces, and you get a big truck with a big can of spray paint on the top for some reason. Okay. Sticking with Mateo versus Cyber Brain Mech, $24.99, 368 pieces. Again, it's a mech, but it's a Dreamzzz mech. And finally in Dreamzzz we have Mateo's Fire Chameleon. I'm assuming Mateo has a Fire Chameleon at some point. It's $44.99 and it's 443 pieces. It's a nice build in terms of it being an animal build, but the colours are a bit wacky. Obviously it is Dreamzzz, and for some reason there's a person riding it with what looks like some kind of launcher of some description. So yeah, if you're into Dreamzzz, these past 4 sets will be for you. So the next theme is Friends. No, not the TV show, the Lego Friends theme. So these all come with mini dolls, just so that you're aware from the off. I know I keep repeating myself. This is the Plant Cafe and Flower Shop for $79.99, and these 1,138 pieces. I don't really know much about Friends, however what I do enjoy about Friends is how vibrant and colourful they are. It strikes me as stereotypically this is aimed towards girls. Obviously anybody can enjoy this, but just with the colours that they choose and things like that. However, I do personally quite like the colours that they use in the Friends set. The next Friends set then is the Comic Book and Game Store. This is $79.99 for 1,005 pieces. Again, good price per piece ratio here. A lot of bright colours. If you're going to be going for a Friends themed city, then these are the ones for you. And I do think it does look quite good, the colours. We have the Cat Birthday Party and Treehouse for $24.99. It's 321 pieces. And you can see you get what looks like a cat tree built into a tree. Play on words there, I believe. But yeah, so it's a cat tree house. Family Vacation Beach Resort is next. It's $119.99 and it's 1,140 pieces. It's quite a nice like island vibe going on here, almost Moana-esque with the design of this. You get that moulded slide piece in here as well. Some nice surfboards and a little dolphin as well. The music store and apartment set is $44.99 and it's 483 pieces. It looks like you get some musical instruments here to go with the music store, of course. Some quite nice little mini builds, and would be nice to add it to your friends themed city. We have the Travel Boat Adventure, which is $69.99 for 685 pieces. Quite expensive per piece, this one. However, it looks like you do get some moulded windows. You get this what looks like fabric piece for the sail, some moulded slides here, and a selection of mini dolls as well. We get the Panda Sanctuary Animal Care for $24.99. It's 243 pieces. Again, getting up there with the price. However, you do get a couple of pandas, which are quite cute. And obviously you get this little mini build here with a quad bike by the look of it. But quite a basic set overall for $24.99. We then get the Costume Party with Unicorn and Fairy. So $34.99 for this. It's 261 pieces. It looks like you get a mermaid, merman, merperson minifig here. And a moulded unicorn. So obviously you're paying because you get these moulded pieces that you don't normally come across. Again, not a lot happening here, not one for me. But if you're into your fairies and unicorns and mer people, then this might be one for you. Then we have Friendship Movie Night, which is $12.99 for 154 pieces. A very, very small set. Obviously meant to look like a do-it-yourself sort of projector setup. Yeah. Puppy Playground for $8.99. This is 66 pieces, and you get a couple of dogs here, some moulded slides and other moulded pieces. Again, aimed at that 4+ mark, so it's about right for that. Pony Ranch and Stable is $59.99. It's 727 pieces. Now this is a nice looking set for me personally. Again, not one I'm going to pick up, but you get a nice looking build in the background, and you get a couple of moulded horses here and some mini dolls as well. The Friendship Road Trip Travel Car for $17.99 is 220 pieces. So you get this car here and a kayak by the look of it, or canoe, and a skateboard and a little animal here as well. Finally, in the Friends theme, we have the Unicorn and Flamingo Pool Party. This is $8.99. Again, aimed at that lower age point. It's only 99 pieces. Yeah, it is what it is, I guess. Moving on then to the final theme, it's all Duplo stuff from here on out. I thought I'd cover this for those who want something for their young children. We have Hopsy's Castle Game at $34.99. You get 47 pieces. Now I understand obviously Duplo bricks are larger, therefore the price ratio is different. I don't know much about Duplo, but it's a standard castle looking build here for Duplo. We get the 3-in-1 dinosaurs on wheels. It's $59.99 for 108 pieces. It looks like you can build a variety of different dinosaurs, and they can be on wheels, so your child can pull them along. And yeah, just generally have fun. We get the McQueen's Visit to Doc's Garage for $24.99 for 35 pieces. So obviously you're paying for the Disney and Cars brand in here. Yeah, if your little one wants a car, then there's Lightning McQueen from Cars. We have the 3-in-1 animals on wheels, so very similar to the 3-in-1 dinosaurs on wheels, I assume. We can now get this, but this is an animal version. It's $29.99 for 58 pieces. Again, build your animal, it goes on wheels, pull it along. We then have a Peppa Pig set. So this is a Grandpa Pig's Garden and Greenhouse for $74.99 for 102 pieces. Again, probably more expensive because you're paying for the Peppa Pig branding on top of the fact that it's Duplo. But you do get the full family of Peppa Pig here. Again, I'm not really up on my Peppa Pig stuff, but it looks like they're all there to me. First Time at the Airport is $24.99. It's 23 pieces. So again, quite expensive. It is more than £1 a piece here. but you do get this big moulded plane. So if your child wants a moulded plane to play with, then this could be the set for them. I do sort of get this one, that it is a big moulded plane, and that's why it's more expensive, but it's still expensive. Another Disney one here, then we have Anna and Elsa's Frozen Castle Party. This is $54.99 and it's 54 pieces. Again, expensive prices. You're paying for that Disney and Frozen branding, but you do get a couple of mini dolls. You get your Olaf and you get your Sven here as well. So you do get sort of like 4 characters in this, but again, it is expensive in my opinion. And then we have the Shape Sorter Puppy House. This is $24.99, it's 17 pieces. This is aged at like 1.5, so it is for a very, very young child. And it's to try and help with their motor skills and make sure that they can sort the shapes, which is good for development. So if you're into Duplo and you want them to learn this, then obviously this is the one for you. So there we have it then, over 100 new sets coming out in June. Which is your favourite? Are you going to pick any of these up? Please let me know in the comment section down below which is your favourite and which ones you'll be picking up when they come out. Are there any that you're going to wait till they're on sale? If so, let me know those too. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Please subscribe for more content like this in the future. Hope you enjoyed it and see you in the next one.